Welcome everybody, and today I'm gonna show you the new program that we have for you. All my team members are Luis Juarez, Héctor Pérez, Alejandra Luna, Melanie Orozco.
Hello, this is an interview about the impact of technology in the society. What's your name?
My name is Jacqueline Orozco.
What do you study?
I study in the College of Accounting and Business Administration. It's called FACPIA.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
Okay. Did you use to any social network daily? How often each day?
Well, yes, I use social networks a lot, almost all day long.
Did you used to be in the social network in the class?
Well, yeah, every time I receive a call or message, even when I receive a notification.
When you study, did you have mobile close and interrupts the study?
Yes, I did, because I'm a very distracted person, so whenever I have a reason not to study, well, this will always interrupt my studying time.
Did you used to use at exam time, pending phone or turn away during time?
Before I enter an exam, I put my phone on vibrate mode.
Did you used to think it affects your academic performance in any way?
Of course, because I spend more time in social networks instead of concentrating college.
Did you used to think that technology influenced your concentration when studying?
Absolutely. In my opinion, I will have better grades if I had my phone away from me.
Did you used to think technology affect the convivence with the family?
Yes, I did, and I agree with that because, well, since my parents know how to use a phone, well, they don't like that thing, and even they are using it when we are having lunch.
Did you used to think technology provides an improvement in daily life?
Well, yeah, it's useful for many things, and well, if it's used in a correct way, and not only to update your social networks.
Did you used to consider that have an impact on society?
Well, I think we all know that, but
Why?
well, I was going to say that because the technology is changing the way we live and the way we communicate. So I think it's a big impact in our lives, and well, we are getting used to it. But I think well, it's well, a positive and a negative impact.
Okay, thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Tonight I'm very glad to say that I'm gonna interview the best person that I know. It's my grandma and I love her a lot. So let's start with the interview. She's in the other room, so let's start. Hi grandma, how are you? Please can you tell us what technology did you use?
Hi everybody. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Carmen, and I'm glad to be here to help my grandson doing his homework, this kind of homework. Well, I'm a woman of 62 years old, and I happily married. We have 4 sons, 2 daughters, and 2 sons. And we have 9 grandsons and daughters. I worked as a bilingual secretary during 25 years, and now I'm retired and live happily with my family, and well, doing one things and more and such and such. Okay, well, since the 12th and up to since the 6th up to the 12th, I was in the elementary school. Really, sincerely speaking, there was not too much technology since we were using only pencils, pens, notebooks, the normal notebooks that we use to do our homeworks, our practices. Not too much technology. When I was at the secondary school, well, same thing happened, notebooks, pens. But when I finished those studies, I started to study executive bilingual secretary, and then I started to learn that there was some other things besides the normal ones that I used to know. For example, the typewriter, but in those days there was not an electric typewriter, there was the manual typewriter. There were only, well, there were only the electrical typewriter, the ones that I knew.
What technology did you used to use?
Okay, from that time, then I started to work. And I think it was in the years of the 90s, I started to work, and then the technology was a little bit more. I used the typewriter, the electrical typewriter. I used the telex. Then it came the fax machine, and then it came the computer. And with the computer, now we had the opportunity to have, instead of sending faxes or sending letters by the normal mail, now we use the electronic mail, the emails. And at this moment, I'm using an iPhone, cellular phone. I use an iPad, and now it is much easier to have conferences with my sons, for example, that are of the country. Because we communicate through video conferences. And what I have seen is that the technology is much more modern each time, and it is still going to be coming each time modern and modern.
Okay, thanks for this time that you shared with us. So finally, I'm just want to say that thank you very much. So we are back.
Hello, my name is Hector. Before, making homework was more difficult today because we didn't the different kind of tools that we use now to make any kind of investigations or some task. This is the internet. Before, the people had to investigate encyclopedias about something in a library to do their homework. Also, buying stamps with information back about their homework, or they asked help acquaintances who know about the subject. Others just read school books. We must also take account that before there were very few libraries, and no matter what was so far away, they had to go. And now there are more libraries everywhere, and it's also easier to arrive one.
Well, hello everybody. My name is Emmanuel, and I'm gonna show you some change in the technology. And I'm gonna start with a great example, the phone. At the beginning, the phones had wires and were in some specific places in the city, like in the corner of your street or in the corner of a park near of your house. you have to go over there if you don't have one in your house. But in that days, this kind of technology was very expensive and not all the people can pay for their own phone. So they walk all the street to call from a public telephone. Next, we have the cell phones. The first cell phones were very expensive and huge. You can't put that things into your pockets. So let's move to a more recently model. From that, we have the tiniest cell phone model. In this case, I am showing you a Motorola, a giant corporation in the 90s. This cell phone is very tiny compared with the previous one. And this one can send text message to other people. What an innovation! Moving on a few years in the future, we have a giant jump into the cell phones market. One of the first touchscreen cell phones of the Samsung company. This was a big hit when it shows up in the market and was a totally new innovation, the beginning of a new era. Before that, we have the combination of two different kind of phones, the touchscreen one and the keyboard. Cell phones like this Motorola came into the market in the year of 2010. And now we have the smartphones that all we know, with our social networks, talking all the day and having the most important thing in our lives, the internet.
Hi guys, my name is Alejandra Luna and I'm going to talk about the new technology. Analysts predict that the latest technology inventions include computing will significantly influence how we use the computers and mobile devices. Cloud computing is where tasks and file storage on your computer are performed and stored elsewhere. By using an internet connection, you can connect to a service that has the architecture, infrastructure, and software to manage any task of storage requirement at less cost. The advantage of cloud computing is that eliminates the difficulty and expense maintaining, upgrading, and scaling your own computer hardware and software, while increasing efficiency and speed reduces. Your computer processing speed, memory capacity, software application, and maintenance requirements are limited. You could store and access any size of type of file, play games, use a developed application, render videos, word process, make scientific calculation, or anything you want by use a smartphone mobile. Now in this actuality, students use the technology to do their homework. For example, the students have their cell phone in the class and take pictures about the activities that they are doing. Another advance of the 21st century is the VR technology. In this case, you put glasses and headphones and they are connected to the computer and you are simulating, that you are in the top of a mountain, in the ocean, in the Old West, or in various places in the world. And you are feeling all the scare, that you are scary, or I don't know, you can fall, and that are the VR technology.
Hello everybody, my name is Manuel and this time I am in the center of Nuevo León. I will show you how all this place has changed with the time. Not all the changes in the technology has in smartphones or laptops, no, in the structures in the buildings too. So let's see it. The first building that I am gonna talking about is of the Hotel Monterrey that is just behind me. This building changed a lot since they created. Now it have more levels and it's huge. Here I am in front of the Mercantile Bank This bank was created the past century. This is the past, or this is the first Banorte. We know it with that name in these days, but as you can see, this is a very, very, very old building in the Macro Plaza. Yeah, in the center of Monterrey.
Let's go. Good luck.
What technology did you use to using?
Computers.
What technology did you use to doing homework?
With educational programs.
With which technology do you entertain yourself?
I am enjoying watch TV and movies
How do you take notes?
in notebooks
How do you transport yourself?
by car.
What would you do without all this technology?
Well, I do not know because technology is indispensable at this time.